Hi, so I am Mark Kevin Y. Dinaon. I am an English teacher here in Samal National High School. I am currently designated rather in teacher 3 of this school. Yes.
I am Kenneth, sir. I have questions, sir.
Sure.
Do you use technology in your teaching and why?
Yes, I am using technology in my teaching because I believe that as a 21st century teacher, you have to combine the traditional way of teaching at the same time with the new technology that we have right now. Because for us to have an effective learning process for the students, it must have the utilization of the traditional teaching and the technological teaching for this era.
So, second question, sir. Are you aware of policies that guide you in the use of ICT? Please cite the policies that you implemented in the class.
Actually, I do not have any known policies in terms of using technology. However, as long as you can utilize well the technology in your teaching process, that's a good to go.
So, third question, sir. Do you use non-digital learning resources in your teaching?
Yes, I'm using digital learning resources. For example, the available resources like PowerPoint presentation, Words, the basic ones of using documents. But I am also integrating Zoom, if you're familiar with, and Google Classroom. That's it.
Okay. Question four. Do you develop digital learning materials for your learners? For your learners? Why?
I still don't have the digitalized teaching materials. However, I am designing some modules. However, it's more on hardbound or it is printed, rather printed modules. I designed printed modules for the students who are struggling in their learnings.
So, question five. Do you use technology tools for classroom activities? Please cite them and how you use them in class.
Yes, in PowerPoint presentation, there are some features there when you can utilize some applications or games that you could design specifically in your activities. So for me, PowerPoint presentation is somehow useful as a basic tool for teachers, specifically for junior high school teachers.
Question six. Do your students enjoy technology-based activities?
Yes, they do enjoy that because they are more on traditional way of teaching since grade 1, right? So, and the combination of the traditional and the new technology applications, I think they do enjoy it whenever we have an activity.
Are they learning better with the use of technology tools?
Yes, because based on my assessment, every time that we have our formative assessment, they do have a good quality of results for the formative that I have, specifically when I am using technology.
Question seven. Are you aware of the ethical and legal responsibilities of the use of ICT tools in teaching?
As what I have said earlier, I do not know any policies or ethical levels about using ICT as long as it is decent and it's useful in my teaching process, in teaching learning process. That's good to go in the teaching and learning process of the students.
Last question. Do you enjoy ICT tools in your teaching?
Yes, I do enjoy it because I can discover various techniques and methods in my teaching process. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Maricel B. Magpok. I teach English in grade 8 and I also teach ESP subjects in grade 8 also. I am currently teacher 1 here in Samal National High School, Maine.
I'm Kaida Colarco from BP Led 2 po. Ito po, question number 1. Do you use technology in your teaching? Why?
Yes, because we believe, we teachers, we believe that our students are visual learners. So it is very important that you use visual aids when you are teaching so that they can learn best.
Are you aware of policy that guide you in the use of ICT? Please cite the policy you implement in the class.
Of course, when you are citing sources in the internet, you must be aware that you must acknowledge them. You acknowledge the sources that you get para hindi ma-copyright. And you have to look for the correct information kasi there are some sources in the internet that provide misinformation or misleading content na magiging makaka-apekto sa pagtuturo.
Do you use non-digital learning resources in your teaching?
Yes, because even though we are in the 21st century wherein we are using modern technology to provide our learners the best strategy to teach, dapat hindi pa rin tayo makakalimot sa traditional way of using non-digital learning resources like chalk, textbooks, even though some of our books are obsolete na, we still need to use them.
Do you develop digital learning materials for your learners?
Of course, yes, especially right now, even though we are in the public school and some of the learning resources is not available, especially when it comes to technology. Like for example, there is no internet, there is no available projector. Well, those are the things that we find it difficult na ma-deliver yung lesson using digital learning resources. But using digital learning material is very helpful kasi nga the students learn best through that. Like for example, using Canvas, sa PowerPoint, and using different online like Kahoot or what else ba yung mga bago ngayon na
Do your students enjoy technology-based activity? Are you learning better with use of technology tools?
Yes. Kasi students, they are techie na eh. So, most of them like having their activities in the using apps because they're game-based app na where they learn. Like for example, in English, if they're going to download Merriam-Webster's, it's an offline app. So there's a vocabulary there wherein you can start your lesson using that because there's a trial there that they're going to search and they're going to search and look for the vocabulary of the words and they will identify the meaning of it or find the synonyms. Yes, ayun lang.
Are you aware of the ethical and legal responsibility at the use of ICT tools in teaching?
Yes. Of course, as a teacher, you must know the ethical and legal responsibilities in using ICT tools. Kasi nga, just like in the question in number 2, it is very important that you should know what are the sites that you get into because there are some sites that is not reliable.
Do you enjoy ICT tools in your teaching?
Yes. Please cite experiences. Okay. Yes, it is because using ICT tools, it helped me to deliver my lesson well and mas mapapadali yung trabaho natin instead of using the chalkboard, you can use PowerPoint presentation in presenting yung lesson, di ba before? Even today, we still use Manila paper, pero mas maganda kasi kapag mas presentable yung gagamitin mo. So, like what I said earlier, our students today are visual learners, so they learn best every time they see something in front of you, and yun.
Magandang hapon po. Ako po si Riza E. Almario, Teacher 1 ng Karaling Panlipunan, 9. Ang tinuturo ko po ay Economics.
Hello po, I'm Grace Antanas po. I'm going to ask you some questions now. Do you use technology in your teaching po, and why?
Opo, kasi 21st century na tayo ngayon, yung learners natin, tsaka fully developed naman na kayo yung kanilang knowledge and skills sa paggamit ng ICT tools, kaya talagang in-implement namin ito sa klase.
Are you aware of policies that guide you in the use of ICT?
Hindi gaano kasi hindi kami gaano na-educate sa mga policies ng ICT. Pero Pero so far naman, pag gumagamit kami ng ICT, alam naman namin yung konting rules and regulations.
Do you use non-digital learning resources in your teaching po? And
Oh.
why?
As AP teacher kasi talaga nakasalalay kami sa IMs traditional. Tsaka alam naman natin dito sa public schools kasi unlike private, hindi ganun ka-available yung mga resources. For example, projector, yan, laptops, hindi ganun, kumbaga hindi siya available. Kaya talagang more on non-digital, yes, traditional.
Do you develop digital learning materials for your learners?
Sometimes. For example, PowerPoint, tsaka yung mga video presentation. Kasi, nakikita naman namin pag nagkaklase kami, yung mga bata, minsan hindi na sila namomotivate sa mga items namin, yung mga Manila paper, kahit na printed pa yun. Mas gusto nila yung may nakikitang gumagalaw. Kumbaga na-amaze sila. Parang mas nakapop yung attention nila.
Tsaka less hassle na.
Yes, less hassle.
Do your students enjoy technology-based activities po?
Yes, kasi karamihan sa mga students ngayon, naka-cellphone, yan, gusto nila yung ganyan. Mas, mas nag-e-enjoy sila kapag ginagamitan mo ng technology-based activities. Kaya talagang minsan gumagamit ako ng
Are you aware of the ethical and legal responsibilities at the use of ICT tools in teaching po?
Hindi ako gano'n fully aware, but meron akong alam. Halimbawa, pag gumawa ka ng PowerPoint, yung mga case ng plagiarism, tsaka yung mga copyright, yan. For example, nanguha ka sa internet, kailangan ilagay mo yung reference mo kahit na picture pa yan or konting mga details, kailangan kung ano yung pinagkuhanan mo kasi alam naman natin yung mga legal basis na pwedeng ikaso sa atin kapag ganyan.
Last question, ma'am. Do you enjoy ICT tools in your teaching?
Ako kung tatanungin talaga, mas gusto ko ang gumamit ng ICT tools sa teaching kasi bukod nga sa mas maganda, nakaka-motivate, mas madali, less hassle, hindi ka na magsusulat, hindi ka magdidikit. Yun nga, dahil nga sabi ko kanina, yung availability din. Pero syempre, as a teacher and 21st century teacher, mas gusto ko yung ICT.
So, hi, my name is Jasmine S. Reyes. I am teaching English for grade 7. And I am teaching in Sabang National High School.
Andra and Corpus, I'm going to ask you some questions po na. So, question number 1. Do you use technology in your teaching? Why?
Yes. As part of 21st century, I am teaching or I am using digital tools. And also, they are paying or we are seeking for the attention of grade 7. So, in that time, they are very interactive with my discussion.
Okay, question number 2. Are you aware of policies that guide you in the use of ICT?
Oh, I'm not aware of that. But sometimes when I am having or using the PowerPoint presentation, I consider the font styles and even the font style so that they could read it.
Question number 3. Do you use non-digital learning resources in your teaching?
Okay. Yes, of course. Like the chalk and blackboard. And also, I am mostly having the board game.
Do you develop digital learning materials for your learners?
No. We are just using digital learning materials for our higher educations. And we just follow it.
Question number 5. Do you use technology tools for classroom activities?
Sometimes, but I have no laptop. And mostly, when I am having the modular learning system, I am having or I am conducting online classes. But then, this time, I do not have any laptop. I am just using the personal computer. So, for now, it's a no.
Question number 6. Do your students enjoy technology based on activities?
Yes, they are having fun. And mostly, they are really cooperative when it comes to my discussion. They are not being nervous when I ask them about my discussion and even to my lesson.
Are you aware of the ethical and legal responsibilities at the use of ICT tools in teaching?
I'm not particularly knowing about that. But once that they have or we consider that they are readable, they are instructive, so we must follow it.
Last question. Do you enjoy ICT tools in your teaching?
Yes, of course. Because in our modern times, we need to have the technology because technology is our assistive assistive instrument in terms of teaching.
Thank you, ma'am. Mag-explain na po kami about ICT. Pwede po bang malaman po ano po yung pangalan mo and kung ano po yung subject yung tinuturo and saan po ano po?
So, I'm a deputy cadet and I'm teaching mathematics 10. So, 4 sections po ang hawak ko.
Saan school po kayo nagtuturo?
Dito po ako. Currently, nagtuturo po ako dito sa Remote National High School. Sa Kaligat ko lang.
First question, do you use technology in your teaching? Do you use technology in your teaching?
Yes, I'm using technology in teaching mathematics.
Why?
Of course, lalo na kapag mathematics, dapat interactive po siya.
Second question, are you aware of the policies that guide you in the use of ICT?
Yes, of course. So, guidelines,
Policies.
policies.
Tama.
Paano ang guidelines?
Ano po? Yung mga policies ko po sa, implement ko po sa
Okay. Kapag habang gumagamit po ng ICT. So, first, kapag before po ako sa kanila, magbibigay muna po ako ng instruction sa kanila para po alam po nila gagawin nila. For example, mag-search ako ng video. So, ibibigay ko po sila ng instruction na dapat makinig po sila.
Third question, do you use non-digital learning resources in your technology?
Non-digital. Yes, of course. So, in mathematics po kasi, kailangan nila mag-solve for, pwede po silang gumamit ng, siyempre, nandun pa rin po yung pen and paper. Kailangan po, nakikita ko po kung paano po sila nagsosolve, lalo na sa blackboard or whiteboard.
Do you use technology tools for classroom activities? Do you use technology tools for classroom activities?
Hanggat maaari. For example, kung may papanoorin po sila or for example, may mga applications po sa computers, lalo na kung makakatulong po sa development nila, lalo na po sa mathematics.
Do your student enter technology-based activities?
Pwede first, ano na po kasi sila 20% ka rin na po kasi tayo. Kaya, nai-enjoy po nila lalo ng technology. Kapag technology po yung pinag-uusapan, may mas alam po sila kaysa sa akin.
Are they learning better with the use of technology tools?
Sa tingin ko, mas natuto po sila kasi lalo na digital na po tayo ngayon. So, mas nakaka-relate po sila.
Are you of the ethical and legal responsibilities of the use of ICT tools in teaching?
Yes, pinapaalala ko din naman kung ano po yung mga kailangan nilang gawin when it comes to technology, lalo na for example, sa mga calculator. May mga technologies po kasi or mga applications na gumagamit po ng ibang formula or nandun yung formula. So, syempre, kailangan po natin na i-guide pa rin po natin sila para hindi lang po sa paggamit ng technology ano ko ba explain? para alam po nila kung paano po nila yung technology. Mas maging responsible po sila sa paggamit.
Last question. Do you enjoy of using ICT tools in teaching?
Yes po. Kasi para po yung attention, sabi nga po, madaling kunin po yung attention nila, pero hindi po natin, ang ano po dyan, challenge is, paano po natin mag-stay yung attention nila sa atin? Kasi siyempre, nakuha natin attention. Minsan, kapag naboring na po sila, ilalagay na po sila, sila kaya kailangan, lalo na dapat interactive po yung mga gagamitin natin.